Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm glad to see you here again and welcome to another video about German language and German words. I got a lot of feedback on my previous video about funny German words, just German words that I find interesting with an interesting meaning. Thanks to all of you who commented under this video and corrected me and expressed your opinion about different words and meaning of the words, because I think that language constantly changes and adapts to the society and to the needs of society. There are a lot of things that we can discuss, and I'm happy that I can get that knowledge, that information from the native German speakers. I totally appreciate it. Thank you a lot. Of course, I want to continue this topic, but I need a little bit of time to collect the new list of words that I find really interesting. I mean, the meaning of the word. So I will try to do that. And today I want to discuss with you how beautiful German language actually is. You know, I totally disagree with those people who say that German language is ugly, that German language is harsh, and comparing to the other European or other languages, German language is just the most unbeautiful language in the world, which I totally disagree. And in this situation, I just want to ask people, did they really heard a native German speaking? Because it's so beautiful. You know, there are a lot of beautiful words, and I sometimes listen to the native German speakers, and the language is so beautiful and not ugly at all. And today I want to share with you some words and some group of words that I find totally beautiful in Germany, and I enjoy hearing them and saying them and learning them. So let's start. And the first group of words that I wanted to mention are complex words or compound words or composite words, as you can name them. It's the words that consist from two or three or more. In German it can be even more simple words, and that's so cool. It's hard to learn, it's really hard to learn, to remember, but it's so cool. I just can't explain why, but you know, a lot of meaning inside one of the words, and you don't have to use some adjectives or other words to describe some noun, and yeah, you just have this big complex noun. Usually it's nouns, but I think it also can be verbs and adjectives probably, but mostly nouns. And yeah, I have hard times with learning them. For example, there was one word that I couldn't remember, just it was so hard. It's word Fremdenfeindlichkeit. It's just like two words and the suffix, but I don't know why it was so hard for me to remember. Because, you know, one thing is how to write and how to pronounce that word correctly, and another is to remember the meaning of the word. Yeah, so when I finally get familiar with the meaning, then it gets a little bit easier, but in the end I think the results are fantastic, and those words are beautiful and describe precisely the meaning of the word. So I don't know, I find it totally cool to have those words, and even though it's hard to learn them, and of course probably my German followers will say that it's not that hard, you just have to know the translation, the meaning of these simple words. And I agree with you, because when you know the meaning of these words separately, then you probably can put them all together and understand the meaning of the long word, the composite word. But at the same time, while learning now, you know, when I'm reading text and different articles or listening to videos, to watching series and listening to the podcast, I just sometimes see that word and I need to understand the meaning, and I didn't met these words, like these simple words before, and I don't know this long word and I don't know these simple words either, so then it's the problem. So for example, with the same word Fremdenfeindlichkeit, it was the situation when I didn't know simple words, and I also didn't know, of course, a compound word, so it was really hard for me to learn that word. But I met this word in the article, so I wanted to know that. Why not? Sometimes it's hard to memorize them and understand the meaning and connect just the grammar, the spelling with the meaning. But you know, with practice everything works. So I find it totally cool that those words exist in German language. Another group of words that I personally find really beautiful how they sound, it's the words with suffixes heit and keit. I don't know, Möglichkeit, Tätigkeit, Fähigkeit, I don't know, Öffentlichkeit, Einsamkeit, Freiheit, Wahrheit, I don't know, Sicherheit. I just love those words. I don't know, for me they are the most beautiful words. I don't know why, but for me it sounds like something beautiful. And also another group of words what I also subjectively find beautiful are words with umlauts, which are also beautiful. Of course, not all the words with umlauts, but let me make an example. I don't know, the same words, by the way, double beautiful words. Möglichkeit, because it has umlaut, and also the suffix keit. The same Tätigkeit, Fähigkeit, Öffentlichkeit, Süßigkeit, and the word süß is really beautiful word. And also words with the umlauts, for example, Ökologie, which was just, I learned this word in high school, on the lessons in the high school, and my mind was just blown how the word ecology could be Ökologie with the O umlaut. It was just how Germans, how you can explain that, why anywhere in the world it's ecology, and in Germany it's Ökologie, which is, it was just mind-blowing. But the word itself is beautiful, and also Psychologie and Technologie, also beautiful words with this ending E. I love them. I just love them. Another group of words that I really enjoy hearing and saying, of course, again, it's really subjective, it's just my taste, my linguistic taste, let's say that, it's words that start with this particle zu, for example, zusammen, zu hören, zubereiten. By the way, I don't know why, but I'm in love with the word zubereiten. No comments. Zukunft, zustimmen, Zustand, and all the words that start with zu. And I also love these, like in grammar, in German grammar, there is a topic with the infinitive mit zu, and when you place this small particle, just the separate particle zu with the infinitive of the verb, it's also like. And moreover, if you have the word with the separable prefix, and you, in those infinitive cases, you have to place particle zu between the prefix and the verb, it's just like, oh my god. I don't know why, but I like it. And when you have to place the particle zu to the verb that has already the prefix zu, for example, zuzustimmen, it's like, Damn! Isn't that crazy? And in my opinion, it's also so cool. Also, I just find really cool verbs with these separable prefixes. And you know, there is also a problem that for me, for now, it's really hard to use them and to learn them, because in the sentence you usually put the verb in the second place, and then this separable prefix goes to the end of the sentence. And for me, as for the not native speaker, for now it's really hard to try to say something with the putting all this information between the verb and between the prefix. And also while listening to Germans speaking, so you have that word and then a lot of different descriptive information, and then somehow I must not to forget to put the prefix in the end of the sentence, because of course it will be a mistake. Like, I start the sentence, I say the verb, I remember that I have to separate this prefix, and then I add descriptive information. And when I said everything probably correct with all the grammar rules, I have to remember that small particle to put it in the end of the sentence. Well, you know, it will take a lot of time. It will take a lot of time. Of course, I believe that if you work and if you practice, then you will know that and you will manage to live with that and say everything correctly. But for now, with all the understanding of different German grammar constructions, it's still hard. It's still hard not to forget this small particle at the end. If you are also learning German and have the same problems, let me know in the comments. And of course, there are also just random words in German language that I can't really categorize in some of the group, put them in the box. I just like those words and they are beautiful for me. For example, just a random word, Flugbegleiterin. Like, why? I don't know why, but it sounds, I like how it sounds. And I also like how it sounds when you take, for example, women of the profession and put them in the plural. For example, not the Lehrerin, but Lehrerinnen, and not the Polizistin, but Polizistinnen, and so on. So I think this plural form also sounds beautiful. I also, I don't know why, love word tatsächlich. Word beziehungsweise also is a beautiful word, like interesting one. And I also like the word gegen, which can be used as a preposition, and I just love it like preposition. And also other words with gegen, they are cool. And also word Zwiebel and Zweifel. And außerdem and trotzdem. These are like, I don't know, I find them really cool words. Of course, it's really hard to collect all these words at one of the moment, because I think after filming this video I will also remember some other words in German that I find really beautiful and interesting, just how they sound. But anyway, I don't know if you have the same opinion about German language, and maybe you have other words that in your perception are beautiful and sound beautiful, maybe some other sounds that are more enjoyable for you. So let me know in the comments. So that's probably all for today, and of course I will go and continue learning German, and maybe after some time I will have some other words or some other things that I can share with you, words that are beautiful or just some grammar constructions that amaze me. So stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you want to support me, press the like button. I wish you all the best. Have a nice day and see you in the other videos. Bye!